Hey everyone, my name is Amanda and I am deaf. Now I wasn't always a deaf person. I was born hearing and then became deaf gradually over time. As I grew up, my hearing decreased. So I have gone through every single level of hearing loss. For this video, I'm going to be talking about bilingualism, learning English and sign language. I'm going to focus this video on all of those amazing parents of our hard of hearing and deaf kids out there. So today I'm going to give you 7 reasons why you should teach your hard of hearing or deaf kid sign language. Are you ready? Okay, so number 1 is going to be access to communication. Every single kid is going to have their good hearing days, their bad hearing days, days where they just can't function. And no matter what kind of tools you've given them, whether it's hearing aids or a cochlear implant, there's always going to be struggles depending on environment, depending on if a person has an accent that they're trying to communicate with, or facial hair, or braces. There are going to be things that make communication more difficult for your kid with hearing loss. And I know this firsthand because I lived it. So giving them sign language to help them through those tough communication days or days when they just don't feel like adding the tool of the hearing aid or the cochlear implant and just want to be more comfortable. Giving them sign language, being able to communicate with them in sign language is a real game changer. So number 2 is friendship and support. Giving your child access to sign language opens up this whole new world of possible friends and a support system within the deaf community. It also gives them, a sense of identity, something to feel proud about. And the more confident they are in their identity and who they are and with their hearing loss, the more friends you're going to attract in the hearing world as well, making them more social. Having access to the deaf community and friends and support through sign language will also give them access to information they wouldn't have otherwise, because people who've already gone through hearing loss know what they're going through, understand the struggles, and have information on the latest technology to make their life easier, government programs that might help fund education in the future, lots of different information that they wouldn't be able to get anywhere else. So number 3 is that it relieves them of the burden of communication. Being a kid and feeling like you always have to be dependent on to lip read. Lip reading is exhausting and it takes a lot of focus and energy. So it's really hard and not accurate. I think around 30% can be lip read on the lips. So they're not getting all of the information, which can make them start to feel resentful of the hearing people in their lives, or even isolated, like they're not being included, they're not being thought of. So learning sign language with your child relieves them of that burden. It makes sure that you can always communicate with them and that they are always included in the conversation. Number 4, education. So being a hard of hearing kid or a deaf kid can be really challenging in class because you want to get all of the same information as your peers, but it becomes more difficult not having full access to sound and understanding of words in class. So having access to a sign language interpreter can help improve that understanding, make sure your child has access to all of the information in class or that's being taught or in an assembly to make sure that they're getting the most out of their education. Number 5, future independence, and even present independence. So I guess it's just independence. Having access to sign language allows your child to utilize services and resources that allow them to be independent in the future. Just think about it. Right now, they're okay with you going to the doctors with them. But what happens when they're in their 20s or 30s? They're not going to want you there anymore. But they still need access to all of the information the doctor is giving them. So having a knowledge of sign language allows them to utilize either computerized interpreters or real-life interpreters in doctor's appointments, business meetings, if they want to go to a concert or an event or see a lecture. Sign language interpreters give them access to all of the information that's happening there without having to always depend on you. It gives them the independence to do things themselves. Also, it allows them to make their own phone calls using VoIP technology. So seriously, it can help a lot with independence. Number 6 is bilingualism. Becoming bilingual is a gain. That you don't take anything away from your child by teaching them a second language. There's so many studies that show that learning a second language is actually good for your kid's brain. So feed their brain with more access, more language, more communication. And number 7, one of, I think, the most important reasons you should teach your kid sign language and learn yourself, because it really brings families together. Knowing sign language will make your child feel heard, feel understood, feel thought of, and feel included in all family events and activities. It will also allow them to feel like they can talk to you about their hearing loss and what they're going through and what challenges they're having in school or with friends or whatever it is in their life that they're struggling with. Because it's by you learning sign language, a language that makes sure that they have access to communication. You're showing them that I care. I want you to be heard. I want you to understand everything I say and have to say to you. Also, it makes it so if you're signing, go clean your room now. They can't say, sorry, I didn't hear you. Just saying. Okay, everyone, I hope that you liked this video. If you have any questions, write them down in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and check out my website. I'll put it down there. All right, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you at the next one.